I want to show you how to use the hole feature, and we're going to create 3 different types of holes. We'll start out by creating a block using a center rectangle, and then we'll dimension it and then pad it. And now I'm going to enter into the hole feature by selecting the surface that I want to create the hole on. I'm going to rotate my view around to the top view so that it looks like the orientation I was expecting. And then you can see this point, that is our center point for our circle. So we're going to dimension it from the edge, a distance of 30, and then center it along the other direction. And then once we have our placement for the center point, we're going to exit the sketch, and that'll bring us back over to the hole definition. So I want the type to be simple. And then for our diameter, just going to choose 16 millimeters. And I'm going to choose up to last so that it goes through the entire part, just to show you how that looks. So this is typical of what we would see if you had done like a pocket of a circle. Under the type, I'm going to select the counter bore, scroll down until we get to the M16 type. That's going to be a diameter of 16 on the metric system, so 16 millimeters. So under the extension, we'll make the depth 40, and then again go through the process of positioning the center point. Here we're going to center it on the block, so a distance of 30 from the top and then 60 from the side. I'm going to exit the sketch and flip back over into those definitions. One of the options under the hole definition is whether it's threaded or not, and that actually changes the diameter to accept those predetermined sizes for fasteners. Next, let's add a countersink. For the hole standard, there's not any set in there, so what we want to do is ultimately set the diameter, and then we can change the angle if we want to. Set the depth to be 50. And then for the depth of our countersink, we'll make it half the diameter. So make that 8. Set it at a 90-degree angle. That's the most common. And then make sure that it is positioned properly. Dimensioning the center point from the side, a distance of 30. Notice these are going to look a lot closer together to the counter bore and the countersink than from the counter bore to the simple hole because of the additional diameter width from those counter options. But if you want to look at it through the middle, you can do the dynamic sectioning and select the plane you want to cut your part through. I'm going to choose my front plane, and then that way you can kind of see what's going on there as a temporary visual. So that's a little bit of an introduction to the hole feature.